come on.
Hey guys, what's up? I know it's been a while and I'm so sorry, but if you read the title, yep, guess who got COVID? This girl right here, me. So let's backtrack a little bit. And to top it off, I've been fully vaccinated. Yes, and I got it. So last night at 10 o'clock at night, I got an email. That's when I got the notification that yes, your test result came back positive. So this is backtrack a little bit. My son was sick 3 weeks ago, and he went and got tested the first week because he was having all the symptoms and we didn't know what was going on. So we said, you better get tested. So he went and got tested, came back negative. Okay. They told him, if your symptoms get any worse, come back in another week and get tested again. Okay. So we just figured, okay, he's probably just got a summer cold or maybe the flu coming on. He had no fever. He just had the body aches for 24 hours. He had chills. He developed a dry cough, which he still has today. And not so much. I mean, he was still able to work out. He was still able to go to work and everything, and he was fine. He wasn't tired. He didn't get it bad. He didn't get the symptoms that bad. He just had the really dry cough that was bothering him and the body aches, but only lasted for 24 hours and lost his taste buds for 24 hours. And that was it. He was fine. So we figured, okay, you don't have to go back the second week. Seems like you're getting better. You're getting over it. Just had this dry cough. Nothing's coming up or whatever. You think he was fine. So I'm still going around the house cleaning, making sure, we're washing everything with bleach and just making sure we're sanitizing everything because we don't want to get that cold, because he also said that his ears were really clogged and we don't want to get that. And so, and plus my husband and my daughter both have asthma, and so we're just like, no, we just got to make sure, keep everybody healthy. And plus I have my dad who lives with us. So just keeping everything clean and everything, and everything's going fine, except for my son who has a dry cough, but he seems to be doing okay. So now, this past Saturday, on the 14th, I think it was August 14th, I wake up, I'm fine. I'm just a little tired, but I went to bed late the night before, so I'm thinking, okay, that's just what it is. And plus, I live here in Northern California, and we are getting just bombarded with fires after fires after fires. And so you look outside, our sun is red. It just everything is just so gloomy and nasty outside. So we're not even going outside because we don't want to breathe that in. We've been having the windows closed and the doors closed, everything closed, and just running the air conditioning because it smells so bad. So we didn't want to be home. So we go, okay, let's just go to the mall. So we went to the mall on I believe this past Saturday, which was the 14th, and today's the 20th. And we're at the mall, and I'm like, oh my god, it's just jam-packed with people. Everybody and their mama was shopping. I believe maybe the second kid stimulus came out, so like everybody just shopping for their kids, and just everybody's got money galore and just lines out the door. So we're like, we couldn't even eat at the mall because the food court was just jam-packed. Every table was taken. And this is like in the Sacramento area, Sacramento County, and I don't think they have. I don't know if it's a county or a state thing where you're supposed to wear your mask. We were wearing our mask. We're from Yolo County, and it's mandated here to wear your mask, but I'm not sure if it's going by county or by state. I thought it was state, but apparently it was the Sacramento people didn't get the memo, and they were not wearing masks. So we're like, okay, fine. We didn't want to be around that close. It was just too jam-packed. We'll come shopping another day. And so my daughter just hit a couple of stores, just in and out, tried to get some stuff. And it was just me, my daughter, and my husband. And so they're walking through the mall, and like after a while being there, like I couldn't keep up with them. It was weird. It was so weird. Like I was lagging behind. I started to to sweat. I was just like if I was working out, like this is hard. I can't keep up with them, and they're not even walking that fast. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? And my husband turns around and looks at me, and he's like, keep up. What's the matter with you? What's going on with you? You tired? And I'm like, I guess. I don't know. I can't keep up. And I was trying to catch my breath. And I'm like, okay. So we're just walking to the mall, and then I started to get a little bit of back pain on my lower back, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? I feel like I'm freaking 9 months pregnant. Just carrying all this extra weight. Like, I know I've gained weight this past year, but I can speed walk. I do that when I walk the dog. We always walk up and down the block. I speed walk and then we come back and I'm fine. That's my workout for the day. But I couldn't keep up with them at the mall, and I thought that was just kind of strange. Like, all right, so that just goes over my head. I blow it off, whatever. So, like I said, it was just too jam-packed. We couldn't eat there, and we're getting hungry now. So, okay, let's go eat. So we go to another restaurant. We leave the mall, we go down to another restaurant in the same Sacramento area, and we finally get seated. We're at this Japanese restaurant. We're ordering sushi, whatever. And then I'm sitting there, and like everybody's having a good time and stuff. And then I just start to, like, I hear echoing. Like, I just hear the voices and the sound around me, the dishes clattering, just so echoed, so far away. Like, I felt like I was distancing myself from everybody, and I was just like in my own little bubble. And it just, everything sounded so clouded and muffled, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? And my husband looks at me, he's like, are you okay? And I'm like, I don't know, like, everything sounded muffled, even my own voice. And that's when I realized my ear was clogged. I'm like, I can't hear. And he's like, oh my God. And then my lower back started hurting me, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? And I just started to get really hot, and like everything, all the signals just started coming at me all at once and super fast. It was just so weird. And so we order our food. I get my food, and I'm looking at it. What did I get? I got a bento box, which was just teriyaki chicken and steamed rice, and I got some miso soup on the side. And I'm looking at it, and I'm like, this is weird. I can't smell anything. Why can't I smell it? And so I ordered some green tea. They brought me some green tea. I was drinking it, and I felt so good on my throat, even though I was perspiring. I was so hot. Like, I was having these hot flashes, which I didn't think was out of the norm either because of my age and stuff. I'm like, sometimes I do get hot flashes. They call that pre-menopause, which is a whole nother story. But I was feeling just like, I was having hot spots everywhere. I'm like, oh my gosh, okay. So I'm just drinking my hot tea. My husband and my daughter are eating and enjoying. They're talking to each other. I'm just in my own little world. Like, I cannot focus. I feel like I'm just being cast away. Just like I'm there, but I'm not there mentally, and I can't smell. So now I take my first bite, and I'm just like, oh my God, I can't taste either. So now I got a clogged ear. I'm feeling very, very just like brain foggy at this moment. I can't smell, I can't taste. I'm hot. My lower back is hurting me. I'm like, oh no. Like, I feel like I'm just like, the body aches are just coming, like the body just attacking me at this point. I'm like, we gotta go. So we ended up boxing everything up, and we went home. So now we live about maybe 15-20 minutes away from Sacramento. So I'm in the car, and I'm just like in the back seat, and I'm hot, and then I'm telling my husband, put the air conditioner on. He's like, it is on. I'm like, I can't feel it. I'm hot, I'm irritated, I'm getting mad, and I'm just like, just so frustrated. And so we're going home, and we get home. My head is pounding. I got a headache. I mean, it was just one symptom after another, just pounding, kicking my ass, and it just wouldn't let up. And it was scary and very frustrating at the same time. I go home, I jump in the shower, and take everything off, and then rinse off, and then go straight to bed. I don't want to deal with anybody, don't want to do anything, don't want to talk about it. Oh, before I went to bed, I took an ibuprofen because I had that really bad headache. So that was Sunday night. I wake up Monday, same thing. My head is just pounding. It won't stop. I've had this headache going on 4 or 5 days now. It's been on the top of my head, and it's slightly moved to my left eye, like in back of my left eye. And I'm thinking it's because I'm so congested. Maybe I've got some sinus pressure here, and I got the headache going on. Still got the hot flashes. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna have to go get tested because these symptoms are just not stopping. My husband went out and got me Dayquil and Nyquil, so I was taking that in between this week. And it seemed to help a little bit because it took the body aches away, but nothing I take has been taking away the headache. That is the main thing that I'm really, really concerned about, is just nonstop. It's just like, it's just like in your face right there. So this is just so frustrating. But the most frustrating part for me is the fact that I'm a foodie person and it's going on 6 days and I can't smell and I can't taste. And that's what's really, really bothering me besides the headache. Today, actually, the headache went away, so I'm really happy with that. Last night, I took a really strong ibuprofen, a 600, and I guess it just finally broke and went away, and I haven't gotten it back. So I'm really happy. I haven't had anything today but water. So I've just been drinking a lot of water and taking my zinc tabs and, of course, my multivitamin. But as far as what I ate, I was able to eat a quarter of my French toast, and that was it, because it's just so, like, have you ever lost your taste buds before? Like, you could feel the texture and the different textures in your mouth, which is so weird, but I can't taste anything. But I can imagine what a French toast and syrup tastes like. You know, it's so weird. Like, I feel like I'm high or something. Like, I'm going through all the emotions in my mouth, but it's not registering in my brain. Like, I kind of remember what it used to taste like, but I'm not tasting anything. So it's very, very frustrating. I really, really, really miss my little taste buddies. I need them back. I really want them back. I just hope nothing's broken. Because, I've been reading all these stories of people that have COVID, the long-term, the lasting effect that they get, and I'm just grateful that I'm not getting like the really severe symptoms where people are in the hospital having respiratory, problems, that need to be on a ventilator. So far, I'm doing really good. It's just sweating all the time, always hot, just hot flashes coming on. Not being able to taste or smell. I don't care about the smelling. I just want my taste buds back. I really miss food. I miss it so much. So that's what's been going on with me. So yesterday I go and get tested. I'll go on with the story. So yesterday I go and get tested. I go to UC Davis. We go in line, and of course, when you go there, they ask you questions, a whole list of questions. Do you have any of these symptoms? Have you been in contact with anybody who's had symptoms? And so I told them, well, I'm having symptoms now, and yeah, my son's been sick the past 3 weeks, but he got a negative, so I don't know what's going on, but now I'm having symptoms as of Sunday. And this was yesterday, which was Wednesday. So they're like, okay, so they give me a ticket, and then my husband has no symptoms, but he wants to get tested. They're like, okay, so they separate us, and so the sick people or the people that have symptoms go on one line, and then the people that don't have symptoms go on a separate line. So we're waiting in line, waiting forever. He's done it out. They do the spit test. You spit in a vial, and then they let you know the end of the day. Me, I have to wait because they're doing the nose swab, but they're evaluating and checking everybody as we go, and the line is long. I could not be. I live in a small community, a very small town, it's a very small college town. I couldn't believe how many people were in line that have symptoms, and I'm just listening to everybody's story. Oh my God, I was up all night. Oh my God, everybody in my family has COVID. They got tested, they're all positive. I've been throwing up, I've been having diarrhea for days, and I've been having this and that, and I'm just standing there all by myself listening to these stories, and I'm like, oh my God, this is what's going on around us right now. Like, the reality finally set in. Like, I knew COVID was out there. That's the reason why, I went and got vaccinated, of course. But I didn't really pay attention to like how bad it is and how, how it was affecting everybody and how it affects everybody differently. It was just very like surreal to me. I'm like, oh my God, this is really happening right now. So thank God that I don't have the symptoms that they have. They were like really bad. They're having abdominal cramping, they're throwing up, they're having diarrhea, they're just like having really bad congestion. Like they were like severe flu-like symptoms what they had. And some of them were even saying that I didn't have a fever, but they had all the other symptoms. I'm like, I never got a fever too. And I've been checking myself constantly, even when I was having the hot flashes, like, is this the fever that's coming on now? And no, it's been always 97.7. So I've been maybe slightly a little high, but that's been my norm. So I'm like, okay. So I'm standing in line, and then finally now it's my turn. Okay, everybody has a number, so now I was number 24. Okay, number 24, you're next. So I go, I get to sit down. They do the nose swab on each nostril. I'm just like, wow, okay. So, okay, well, like, so, wait here, wait on the side of the building, wait here, for 10, 15 minutes. We're gonna let you know your test results. And then you can go on with your day. I'm like, okay. So I'm waiting there. Me and my husband are waiting, they're waiting. And all the people that were ahead of me were starting to get their results. I'm seeing them go. And then they're going to another room to go and get tested with the spit one, the saliva one. And I'm just like, oh, okay. So there's another format that we got to do. Okay, so I'm waiting. So now they call me, and the lady comes up to me, and she looks so like concerned and sad for me. And I'm like, here it comes. Oh my God. And she puts her hands together and she's like, I just want to let you know you're negative. Okay, but I need you to do the next testing. And I was like, okay, yeah, I can do that. I'm negative. That's good. Why do you look so sad? You know, like, okay, so that's a good thing. So I look over my shoulder and I look at my husband. I'm like, we're in the good. I'm negative. So I go in line and I do the spit test. I'm like, okay, well, these take a little bit longer to diagnose, and we'll get back to you through your email. I'm like, okay. So we go. I'm a little happy camper. Like, hey, I just got a summer cold, or maybe I just got a flu or something. We're all good. Nobody has COVID or anything. There's no need to panic. We go, and of course, you know, this is early in the morning, so my husband's hungry. I'm just a little like, oh, okay, I gotta try and eat something. The thing that's been really helping me is I've been eating a lot of fruit. I can't taste, but it feels so good in my mouth. Just the juice is running down my throat. Like, I feel like I'm getting a good meal here. So that's what I've been eating a lot, consuming a lot, which is a lot of fruit. It just seems like it's helping. It's weird. I can almost pretend what a peach and a strawberry taste like, and the honeydew and the melon, just as it just in my mouth. It's just so good. Feels so good. Better than when I'm trying to eat like a scrambled egg or something. I can't. It's not the same. It's weird. So I'm like, yeah, we can go do that. We'll go to our favorite restaurant, and that's what I ordered. I ordered a big fruit bowl. And so everything's fine. You know, we're talking about like, wow, you know, I'm explaining to my husband how she came up to me and she looked so concerned, but she told me I was negative. So why did she still look so concerned? I'm like, okay. So we just blew it off. Now we're back at home, getting ready for bed. I already had showered, everything cleaned up, and now we're just watching TV. My phone goes off so that I got a notification. I got an email, and I just happened to just glance over it, and it said my from UC Davis, my COVID testing results, and I was like, oh, okay, well, that's probably negative, whatever. So I opened it up, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, no, can't be. She said I was negative. No, that's not fair. So they detected COVID in my saliva, which means that I'm positive. Like, great. No shit on me. Thought I was in the clear. Thought I was doing good. I feel good. I feel okay. But every once in a while, I get my symptoms just come and like, hey, remember us, you know? But maybe I'm not getting it as severe because I've been vaccinated. So I'm glad that I did that. And so, and I know everybody's different, you know, who may get it, who may not get it, but it's just so weird to say like, yeah, I have COVID, and I'm on day 6, and I'm hoping each day that I get better. I'm supposed to, so they called me, and they called me this morning to let me know that, okay, so you got your test results last night. And yeah, I did. I was confused because the lady told me I was negative with the nose swab, but then now I got my email last night for the saliva testing saying that I'm positive. So is there a mix-up or what's going on? Like, no, it's not. The saliva is more accurate than the nasal one. And I was like, really? Oh, okay. So she's like, yeah, so your quarantine started yesterday. I'm like, okay, yeah, I figured that. So I got to stay in for 10 days, which is not bad. Stay for 10 days and then get retested again and see what happens from there. But, you know, just notify everybody that I've been around and stuff, make sure that everybody in the family gets tested and go from there. I'm like, okay. So that's what's been happening. I know I haven't made a video in a while, maybe a couple of weeks or a week or so. just, sometimes life gets in the way. It's crazy. And then you get bombarded with things out of the ordinary. Just like, really? Thanks. So, I got COVID. But I'm doing okay. I'm doing good. And I'm just really trying to, like, so I'm walking around the house with my mask on, because I don't want my daughter and my son to get, I don't want anybody to get it. I'm really worried about, especially my husband and my daughter, because they have asthma. Whenever they get a slight cold, it just really jacks up their respiratory system, and they have to end up going into the ER and getting a breathing treatment. They had to go get a breathing treatment. Trying to be proactive with like my mask on and sanitizing everything I have at my where I sit down in the living room next to my little coffee table. I've got my hand sanitizer, I've got my antibacterial wipes there, and I should be wearing gloves because we all touch the remote control, but I'm just constantly just cleaning and stuff like that. Nobody wants to be around me right now. So that's what's going on. And I've been behind on my videos, which I'm so sorry. I've been wanting to watch all you guys' videos, so I'm going to be doing that today. So you're going to be getting a whole bunch of comments coming your way. But that's my update, what's been up. Blah, 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 blah. So that's my update, what's been going on. I got COVID, and I just hope that maybe by the end of my 10th day being quarantined, I'm 100% and I'm good to go. I can get back on these videos and start doing the things that I want to do. But like I said, I feel fine. I feel okay. Just like, today I feel better. The previous days, it was, I was feeling really tired, just run down. Like I needed a boost. And it could have been because I wasn't eating. Maybe that's why I had such, low energy. All I can consume was a little bit of fruit and a little bit of soup. So it was more of like a liquid diet. But that was all I wanted, because I would just I was getting mad looking at the food, and I'm just like, I miss you, but I can't have you because it's just texture in my mouth with no flavor, just like water. It's weird. And it was very frustrating. So, okay, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna go relax and watch your videos. I miss you guys. And I will give you an update in 10 days and see how we are from there. All right, guys, take care. Mwah. Stay safe. Stay safe. That's the main thing. Stay safe. Love you guys. Mwah. Take care.